Have you ever felt like your body aged faster than your heart or mind? Like you still have that burning desire to move, to wake up excited for each new day, but something deep inside just doesn't match the energy you once had? What if I told you that for countless people, it's not just aging that's stealing their vitality. It's inflammation, poor nutrient absorption, and the lack of proper fuel their bodies desperately need. Today's discussion centers on something so many seniors completely overlook: healthy oils. Not the processed, greasy substances lurking in fast food, but natural, pure oils that have been scientifically shown to help your body fight aging right at its source. Some of these oils are probably sitting in your kitchen right now, while others might be completely new to you. All 5 of them are being used by older adults around the world who refuse to simply survive their 70s and 80s. They want to thrive. I understand if you're feeling skeptical right now. You've probably been told before that some miracle pill or trendy superfood will fix everything overnight. That's not what this is about. This isn't another fad. This is about truly understanding what fuels your body from the inside out, supporting your organs, your brain, your skin, and your daily energy levels. I'm 82 years old, and I can tell you right now that I didn't always feel like this. But once I learned how to use these oils properly, something fundamental changed. My knees weren't as stiff anymore. My skin began looking better. I started sleeping more deeply. And more than anything else, I simply felt like myself again. If you've been searching for something real, something simple you can incorporate into your daily routine without prescriptions or complicated regimens, stay with me. We're going to explore 5 powerful oils that could help you feel younger, sharper, and stronger. Let's start with the first one. And it might surprise you because it's probably not sitting in your kitchen right now, but after hearing what it can do, you just might make space for it. Sea buckthorn oil might be unfamiliar to you, but this bright orange oil, pressed from tiny berries that grow in some of Earth's harshest climates, has quietly become one of the most powerful natural oils for skin renewal, energy restoration, and internal healing. What makes it so extraordinary is that sea buckthorn oil is the only plant source containing all 4 types of omega fatty acids, 3, 6, 7, and 9. While most people have heard about omega-3s, omega-7 is where this oil truly shines. Especially for older adults, omega-7 helps restore the mucous membranes that line everything from your digestive system to your eyes and mouth. If you've struggled with dry eyes, dry mouth, or digestive discomfort as you've aged, this oil may be exactly what your body has been silently requesting. It's also incredibly rich in vitamin E, vitamin A, and over 190 bioactive compounds. These nutrients help regenerate cells, accelerate wound healing, and protect against oxidative stress, which is simply a scientific way of saying it slows down the aging process happening inside your body. Let me share Thomas's story. He's a 78-year-old retired woodworker from Oregon who had been dealing with stubborn dry skin and persistent low energy for years. His wife had tried everything: creams, pills, even significant diet changes. But nothing seemed to restore that spark he once had. One day, his neighbor, a retired nurse, told him about sea buckthorn oil. Thomas began taking a small amount each morning in his smoothie, and after just 1 month, something shifted. He noticed his skin looked brighter, the painful cracks in his heels were finally healing, and he no longer needed that afternoon nap. His energy felt smoother, not jittery or overstimulated like coffee, but steady and consistent. Even more surprising, his dentist commented that his gums looked healthier than they had in years. Science is now catching up to what people like Thomas are experiencing. Studies have demonstrated that sea buckthorn oil improves skin elasticity, boosts collagen production, and even supports heart health by reducing inflammation and improving blood lipid levels. Some research also suggests it helps regulate blood sugar, making it particularly interesting for those managing type 2 diabetes. For seniors especially, the oil's ability to repair tissue and support hydration both inside and out is truly invaluable. Whether you're dealing with thinning skin, dry eyes, or fatigue from chronic inflammation, sea buckthorn oil tackles aging from multiple angles. It's most commonly taken as a liquid or in capsule form. While the taste is tangy and somewhat sharp, many older adults grow to appreciate its brightness. Some even say it wakes up their taste buds in the morning. Just ensure you're getting 100% pure sea buckthorn oil, preferably from both seed and berry to receive the full spectrum of benefits. If you're concerned about side effects, this oil is remarkably gentle. Most people tolerate it beautifully, and the results often show up not just in how you feel, but in how you look. Skin becomes more supple, energy becomes steadier, and the eye mirror starts to look a little friendlier again. Now let's discuss a hidden gem that's likely already in many kitchens: avocado oil. Not everyone uses it regularly, but those who do often notice a significant difference in their joints, their energy levels, and even their mental sharpness. Avocado oil is rich in monounsaturated fats, but more importantly for aging bodies. It contains something called phytosterols. These plant-based compounds have a unique ability to calm inflammation, especially in areas like knees, hips, and shoulders, where many older adults experience stiffness and pain. That stiffness isn't just annoying, it's a warning sign that your joints need proper support. Unlike many other oils, avocado oil remains stable at high temperatures, making it perfect for cooking. You can use it in place of vegetable oil or butter, and it won't break down and release harmful compounds when heated. This makes it a strong, safe upgrade for anyone looking to protect their heart, brain, and bones simultaneously. Let me tell you about Helen, who's 73 and still runs a charming little antique shop in Vermont. She used to say her hands hurt too much to lift even small boxes. Her doctor confirmed she didn't have arthritis, but she was clearly dealing with significant inflammation. After some research, her daughter suggested incorporating avocado oil into her daily meals. Helen started cooking her eggs with it, using it in her salad dressings, and sometimes even rubbing it directly into her knees and elbows after a warm shower. 3 months later, she was absolutely shocked. She told me she could kneel down to reach the bottom shelves again, something she hadn't been able to do in years. Her hands felt looser, and she wasn't waking up nearly as stiff in the mornings. She hadn't changed her medications at all, just the oil. Here's the science behind Helen's transformation. Avocado oil doesn't just reduce pain, it also helps your body absorb fat-soluble vitamins like A, D, E, and K. These are the exact vitamins that protect eyesight, improve skin elasticity, and help your bones stay strong. If you're eating vegetables without a healthy fat like avocado oil, you might be missing out on some of the most significant benefits those vegetables offer. Psychologically, it's also incredibly empowering. When you're in your 60s, 70s, or beyond, it's easy to feel like decline is simply automatic. But small choices like selecting this oil can give you back a genuine sense of control, and that feeling alone is worth everything. For years, coconut oil was completely misunderstood. People lumped it in with unhealthy fats and avoided it entirely. But recent studies have completely flipped the script, especially when it comes to the aging brain. For those of us in our 60s, 70s, and 80s, protecting our brain function isn't just important, it's absolutely essential to maintaining independence. Coconut oil is packed with medium-chain triglycerides, or MCTs. These fats don't follow the same digestive pathway as other fats. Instead of being stored, they're quickly converted into energy. Here's the crucial part. This energy isn't just for your muscles, it's premium fuel for your brain. As we age, the brain often struggles to absorb glucose efficiently. That's one primary reason why memory slips and mental fog become increasingly common. But MCTs provide your brain with a clean, immediate alternative source of fuel. It's like giving your brain a backup generator. When the power flickers, you've still got light. There's even compelling research showing that MCTs may support those dealing with early cognitive decline. In fact, some small studies found that people showing early signs of dementia experienced noticeable improvements in memory and focus after just a few weeks of consuming MCT-rich coconut oil daily. Let me share Walt's story. He's an 82-year-old retired accountant from Minnesota who started forgetting names, his grandchildren's, his neighbors, even his own street address one morning. His family was terrified, and honestly, so was he. While working with a nutritionist, they added a tablespoon of coconut oil to his morning oatmeal every single day. He also used it in cooking and even added it to his coffee, a technique known as bulletproof coffee. 3 months later, Walt wasn't a completely new man, but he was noticeably sharper. He felt like he could track conversations again. His energy improved significantly, and he even joked that he was finally remembering where he left his glasses, on top of his head. This isn't magic. It's pure biochemistry. Our bodies change with age, and the way we process nutrients changes too. But when you provide your body and brain with the kind of fuel it knows how to use efficiently, like MCTs, you create space for clarity, for strength, for genuine life. Another significant benefit is that coconut oil contains lauric acid, which has powerful antibacterial and antiviral properties. This means it doesn't just feed your brain, it helps keep your immune system robust. For older adults, especially those over 70, a resilient immune system can make all the difference in fighting off colds, flu, and even more serious infections. For those watching who remain skeptical, yes, moderation is absolutely key. Coconut oil is still a fat, and too much of anything isn't beneficial. But a tablespoon or two daily can be the difference between struggling to recall a conversation and staying sharp enough to actively participate. Don't worry about the taste either. It has a mild, almost sweet flavor that blends beautifully in both sweet and savory dishes. You can saute vegetables, bake with it, or stir it into tea. The key is consistency, little by little, day by day. It adds up. If you're someone who's noticed yourself slowing down mentally, taking longer to process information, or losing track of details more frequently, this might be your gentle nudge to give coconut oil a genuine try. It's not a cure, but it is a powerful tool, one that's been quietly sitting in grocery stores all this time, waiting for people like you to discover its potential. You've probably used olive oil countless times to cook or drizzle over salads, but most people have absolutely no idea just how powerful it is for the aging body. It's not merely a tasty addition, it's a legitimate tool for restoring vitality at the cellular level. Olive oil is packed with something called polyphenols. These are natural compounds that fight oxidative stress. Oxidative stress is what happens when your body starts to rust from the inside out, just like an old piece of metal. It damages your cells, your organs, even your skin. But polyphenols act like tiny repair workers, going in to neutralize the damage and keep everything running smoothly. Doctors and researchers have been saying it for years. Cultures that use olive oil daily, like in parts of Italy and Greece, often have people living well into their 90s with significantly fewer signs of heart disease, cognitive decline, or mobility issues. We're not talking about expensive or rare olive oil either. Even regular extra virgin olive oil, when used correctly, can make a tremendous difference. Here's the important catch. Heat can destroy many of olive oil's benefits. That means frying. Foods at high temperatures might completely cancel out what makes it so powerful. Instead, older adults should try using olive oil raw whenever possible. Drizzle it over steamed vegetables, mix it into vinaigrettes, or even take it by the spoonful in the morning if your doctor confirms it's safe for you. I recently met Robert, who's 79. He told me that for most of his life, he used canola oil or whatever was cheapest at the store. But after a mild heart scare, his doctor suggested switching to olive oil for everything. Within just a few months, Robert said his digestion improved dramatically, his skin wasn't nearly as dry, and his blood pressure finally started coming down to healthier levels. What's remarkable is how subtle yet steady these changes can be. You won't wake up tomorrow with the body of a 30-year-old, but week by week, your body starts to feel more supported, less inflamed, more genuinely alive. Most importantly, it's a change that doesn't require you to flip your entire life upside down, just a different oil used daily with clear intention. Olive oil isn't a magic potion, but it certainly acts like one when you commit to using it consistently. Pumpkin seed oil might not be the first thing you think of when you picture youthful energy, but for many older adults, it's become a quiet hero, especially when it comes to an issue that's often whispered about but rarely addressed openly: bladder health. As we age, bladder control can slowly become a daily source of stress. Frequent trips to the bathroom, sudden urgency, even occasional accidents can feel humiliating and isolating. But pumpkin seed oil contains a unique blend of compounds that directly support the muscles of the bladder and urinary tract. This means better control, fewer sleep interruptions, and significantly less anxiety when you're out and about. What makes pumpkin seed oil special is its rich concentration of phytosterols and zinc. These support hormone balance and strengthen the pelvic floor muscles in both men and women. For men, this also helps the prostate, which plays a major role in urination. For women, it supports the bladder lining and helps reduce that constant sense of urgency. Let me tell you about Judith, a 72-year-old retired librarian from Pennsylvania. She used to plan every single outing around bathroom locations. On road trips, she'd research rest stops before she even packed a suitcase. It made her feel older than her years. But after her daughter introduced her to pumpkin seed oil capsules, things began to change. Judith didn't expect much, but within 3 weeks, she noticed she wasn't getting up 3 or 4 times every night anymore. Her sleep became deeper, and she stopped worrying about coughing or sneezing in public. For the first time in years, she started joining group walks again without the constant dread of finding a restroom mid-route. Science supports Judith's experience completely. In a double-blind clinical study, older women with overactive bladder saw significant improvement in both daytime and nighttime frequency after taking pumpkin seed oil extract for just 12 weeks. For older men with mild prostate enlargement, it helped reduce urinary retention and improve flow substantially. But bladder strength is only half the story. Pumpkin seed oil is also packed with antioxidants and omega-6 fatty acids, which protect your cells from age-related wear and tear. It supports joint flexibility, maintains skin moisture, and even boosts mood. Some researchers believe it has natural antidepressant effects thanks to the tryptophan it contains, an amino acid that helps produce serotonin. Many seniors take it in capsule form, but it can also be drizzled on salads or mixed into yogurt. The taste is nutty, slightly earthy, and for some, becomes a comforting part of their daily routine. Just 1 tablespoon daily may be enough to notice a difference over time. Unlike prescription medications for bladder issues, pumpkin seed oil has virtually no side effects. It's gentle, completely natural, and works with your body rather than against it. If you've ever felt chained to the bathroom, worried about leaks, or simply wished for a good night's sleep without multiple interruptions, this oil might quietly restore your dignity one night at a time. Aging doesn't have to mean surrendering control. Sometimes it just means choosing the right kind of help. If there's one oil that has truly stood the test of time, it's extra virgin olive oil. Used for thousands of years throughout the Mediterranean, it's not just a cooking staple, it's practically medicine in a bottle. When it comes to protecting the heart and blood vessels, especially as we age, olive oil is genuinely in a league of its own. One of the most powerful aspects of extra virgin olive oil is its high concentration of monounsaturated fats. These fats have been proven to lower LDL, the so-called bad cholesterol, while raising HDL, the good kind. That balance is absolutely crucial to keeping arteries clear and blood flowing freely, even into your 80s and beyond. But the real hero inside olive oil is something called polyphenols. These natural compounds found in plants have been shown to fight inflammation, reduce oxidative stress, and even help prevent the buildup of plaque in arteries. That's not just good news, it's genuinely life-extending news. Consider someone like Frank, 78, from Georgia. After a mild stroke at age 75, Frank's doctor gave him a list of medications and a lengthy list of foods to avoid. Frank felt completely overwhelmed, but a friend of his, originally from Greece, introduced him to the Mediterranean diet. Central to that approach was extra virgin olive oil. Frank started using it instead of butter, drizzled it generously on his vegetables, and even took a spoonful every morning, just like his friend did growing up. Within a year, Frank's cholesterol numbers had improved significantly. His blood pressure dropped to a much safer range, and more than that, he felt genuinely lighter and more energized. He said walking up his porch steps no longer felt like climbing a mountain. There's substantial research supporting this. A large study conducted in Spain tracked thousands of older adults for years. Those who regularly consumed olive oil, especially the extra virgin variety, had significantly lower risks of heart attack, stroke, and even death from cardiovascular causes. For older adults, heart health is about much more than numbers on a medical chart. It's about freedom. Being able to walk to the store without getting winded, playing with grandchildren without needing to sit down every 5 minutes, sleeping peacefully at night, knowing your heart is working exactly as it should. Here's something that might surprise you. Olive oil can even support healthy blood sugar levels. When paired with a balanced diet, it helps slow the absorption of sugars into the bloodstream. That means fewer dangerous spikes, more stability, and better sustained energy throughout the day. Of course, not all olive oil is created equal. The key is choosing extra virgin, cold-pressed, unrefined oil, ideally stored in a dark glass bottle. That's where the polyphenols actually live. Store it away from light and heat, and don't be afraid. To use it generously, your heart will genuinely thank you. Getting older absolutely doesn't mean giving up on how you feel inside. These 5 oils are far more than just ingredients sitting in your pantry. They're legitimate tools to help you reclaim that energy, strength, and vitality that too many people believe simply disappear with age. The truth is, your body still wants to heal. It still wants to thrive. Sometimes it just needs the right kind of support. Whether it's the joint-soothing power of avocado oil, the brain-boosting richness of coconut oil's MCTs, or the cellular repair capabilities of sea buckthorn oil, each one brings something uniquely valuable to the table. None of them require prescriptions or complicated routines, just small daily habits with potentially enormous returns. You don't have to try all 5 at once. Start with 1, listen carefully to your body, and pay attention to how you feel after a week or 2. Many older adults discover that their digestion improves, their joints ache less, their skin feels smoother, and even their sleep becomes deeper and more restorative. That's no accident. That's your body finally getting what it truly needs. Maybe most important of all, it's never too late to start. Some people think it's too late to change anything meaningful after 70. That's simply not true. I've personally witnessed folks in their 80s and 90s completely turn their lives around with small, consistent choices that added up over time. Your next good decade starts with your very next good habit, and these oils represent an excellent place to begin. Thank you for joining me today. I genuinely love to hear from you. Leave a comment below sharing one thing you learned today and how you plan to use it in your own life. Your thoughts are incredibly important to me, so please don't hesitate to share them. Reading your comments gives me tremendous motivation and encouragement. If you found this video helpful and informative, please take a moment to like it, subscribe to the channel, and share it with someone who might benefit. Your support helps me continue creating valuable content to inform and inspire you. Thanks for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.